reset, what next? What do? You've done your 10-day reset. If you want to know, if you're new to Ketopia and you want to know what that is, we've made 3 webinars for you to take you through that program. And tonight it's really about what next once you've done your 10-day reset, where to go from here. So basically, I'm just going to keep it really, really simple, and I'm going to probably speak the obvious, but I'm sure a lot of you haven't seen our 20-day. So I'm just going to go through this, spend some time going through this tonight. If you can hear me, I know there are a couple of people on. If you can hear me, just write in that chat box if the sound is fine. You could do that. I would really appreciate that. So again, if you know everything I'm going to share with you tonight, it's really just to pass on to others, so you don't have to repeat yourself 100 times when people call you. I know I spent 45 minutes on a lovely, on a phone call today with a lovely lady, and really all I would have had to do is send her that webinar and she would have had most of her questions answered. And we need to make it simple. We need this to be simple so many people can have access to the same information and just have a look over it at their own time. So basically, all I can do is speak from my direct experience. After I finished Ketopia, and I will share with you my before and after pictures. I've lost about 4.5 kilo. I'm only a small person. I was 52.5 kilo. I'm now 48 kilo. That was after 2 resets, and I'm only 4'11.5", and my teenage weight was actually 47.5. So I'm not going to get much smaller. I've probably got another kilo to lose. I'm on day 2 of a 3rd 10-day reset now, and I'm just sticking to the ketogenic diet in between. So I will open this for you to show you. That was my before picture. I look like a bit of a whale, full exposure here. That was before I started Ketopia, and this was after my first reset. So that was 2.5 kilo down at that time, and I've lost another 2 kilos since then. So again, have a look at the difference. I don't know if you can see that image. First image, I've lost it. Anyway, that was the second image. I can't seem to go to the first image, but that's okay. So basically, this is what I do. I make sure, after I finish Ketopia, I always make sure I have a box of dough bites. So I buy myself a box of dough bites, and there are 28 dough bites here, and they're priced at $4.20. You can buy a muffin, a high carb, high calorie, unhealthy, grainy muffin at a shop for $4.50 and not get the nutrition that you get from this phantom carb. So I'm going to show you what I do. I think you'll be quite impressed with my efforts. So the dough bite, I've cooked a couple of dough bites today. So sometimes I don't know if you can see that I embed it with almonds, and sometimes I embed it with seeds, pumpkin seeds, all sorts of different seeds. So you can see the dough bite that you can have raw, that's this size, turns into that when I bake it. So sometimes, if I want a healthy snack, if I have a craving for a sweet, so basically I'll go through the routine. When I'm not on Ketopia, I will have eggs for breakfast. I might have 1 or 2 poached eggs. I'll put a piece of cheese with it, tiny bit of avocado, start the day with that. And then I might have, what do I have usually? I have a fig shake. Often I have the fig shake for lunch, or I have a dough bite with a cup of coffee. And often this is enough just to keep me going, something like that, cup of coffee with cream. And then at night I just have my keto meal. So my keto meal usually consists of a piece of salmon. My favorite is salmon, or a piece of grilled chicken. Last night I had a small piece of steak, and I have salad. I keep it very simple. I have a big salad with, last night was capsicums, olives, low carb green vegetables. It was lettuce, capsicum, olives, cucumbers, lots of olive oil, salt and pepper, and avocado. And other nights I'll have low carb veggies. So I'm having my usual repertoire is cauliflower, broccoli, zucchini, and asparagus. And I have it with, I had steam it, and I have that with butter, and I usually have that with a piece of fish. I know my partner tonight is on Ketopia, and he's having an omelette. He's said he's going to make an omelette with some cheese and some salad with avocado, and that's what he feels like for dinner tonight. So very, very, very simple. If you don't want to have eggs in the morning, the other thing you can do, which I often do, and I had the other day, is you have the fix shake in the morning. So basically, if you want to make the fix shake into a smoothie, you can put some almonds in it, some celery, and a quarter to half an avocado. This makes it really creamy. You've got the good fats from the avocado, you've got your almonds, just a handful, maybe 5 almonds, and celery. I mean, celery is always good, very low carb, great diuretic, great for minerals. And I put that in my fix, and that's my breakfast. So often that can be breakfast. Then you have a keto lunch, so you might have a tuna salad for lunch with some avocado, olive oil, olives, salad. You can have a dough bite in the afternoon for a snack, and you can have your keto meal in the evening, healthy keto meal. Other days, when I do feel that I want to really kick the ketosis in, I have a ketonics drink. Okay, so I have my drink, mix it in a flask like this, strawberry, raspberry, cream, or orange, and I'll have that in the morning, but I often have it after breakfast. So I find that I do, to thine own self be true. So my body likes to have something in the morning, just something small. So I might have 1 egg and a couple of slices of avocado and feel satisfied, satiated. And then I'll start on my ketonics drink, and I'll have that for an hour and a half. I'll wait 3 hours, and then I just have it again. I can have a tuna salad for lunch, or I might have a dough bite with a cup of coffee. Then I have my normal keto dinner. Now I've got a little sheet here. You can download in the back office a 20-day food guide. And in that 20-day food guide, there is a page that gives you sample meals. Don't know if Nadav can get it up on screen. No, he's got the most commonly asked questions. So basically, a sample, you can download this in the back office. It's a 20-day guide, what to do after you finish the Ketopia. So basically for breakfast, they suggest 2 whole eggs. You can have them scrambled with fresh veggies, spinach. Lunch could be chicken breast grilled. If you have a George Foreman, you can do it in the George Foreman, and then just put some olive oil or butter on top of it afterwards. Broccoli, low carb veggies, any low carb veggies, they're recommending steamed sweet potato and a bit of butter on the broccoli. They're suggesting for a snack to have the fix shake. Dinner could be salmon. They've got green beans, steamed vegetables, or garden salad, 2 tablespoons of full fat dressing, and a dough bite at night for dessert. Now, because I'm a small person, I actually can't eat all that. That's probably too much for me. We recommend, all the products are about 500 calories, and we recommend maybe another, that your food, your evening meal, and if you want extra snacks, and I will go through how to do the snacks, because you can't really snack in between. When you're on the program strictly, it's better to leave a 3-hour gap between each of the products, so that the body can use that time to look for fat in the body and burn fat. So you really need rest time, good 3 hours where you're just having water, even when you're not on the reset program, even when you're just having 3 keto style meals, or you might incorporate the shake and have 2 keto style meals, or you may have a dough bite and do that, or have 3 keto style meals. So there's lots of ways you can do this. The best thing to do is I always buy a 28 pack of ketonics. Nadav's trying to help me out here. So I like to invest, I call it an investment. So I like to invest in a 28-day box of ketonics. So you get half raspberry cream, half orange, and I always like to have it on hand, because I find that if I have a couple of days where I eat a little bit too much carb, and that could just be in the form of higher carb vegetables. So there might be days where I'm having a little bit of carrot, or I'm having, pumpkin or sweet potato, things that are a little bit higher in the glycemic index. It's always good to know your veggies, and good to know which is your low carb veggies as opposed to the high carb ones. Sweet potato is always better than pumpkin, and obviously all the green vegetables are even better, lower carb than the sweet potato. So all your greens, your celeries, your kale, your spinach, your lettuce, that's all lowest carb. Then you're moving to sweet potato, and then obviously you're moving to pumpkin, which is high carb. So Rosemary, who was a guest on last week, and she's lost, I think she's lost over 10 kilo on a few Ketopia programs and still moving. She suggested cauli rice. So if you saw the webinar last week, she suggested you actually very low carb. Cauliflower is low carb. You take it, you put it in the food processor raw, and it turns into rice, and then you just stir-fried in olive oil and onions and veggies, and you can put chicken in it or whatever you want in it, and you make that into a stir-fried. It's a really healthy keto meal. When you're eating out, what I do, all I can do is speak from my own direct experience, and I know that other people do this. If I go out, I limit my coffee to not more than 2 cups a day. When I'm strictly on the Ketopia program, I'll have 1 coffee in the morning with cream, with full, double cream, and I'll have that before my ketonics drink in the morning. And but when I'm not on the program, I may have it during the day at lunchtime, and I may have 2 coffees, not more than 2. And if I go out to meet somebody for coffee, I always ask for a black coffee, and I get them to put some full cream on the side and no sugar, and I just pop the cream into the coffee. And if I'm out, I'll often order a couple of poached eggs with some avocado and mushroom, and maybe a chicken salad if I'm going out for lunch. Really, really easy these days when you go out to eat keto-friendly food. You don't have to, when you order a breakfast meal, you just ask for it without the bread, and they'll often replace it with something on the side that's not carb. You might even get some feta cheese or some mushrooms. So it's really, I just find it really, really, really simple and basic. What I want to do, I want to go through some of the most commonly asked questions so that you might want to share with people. A lot of people ask about the fix. They want to know, do they have to have the fix? And this is even during the Ketopia program. And, what I found out is that the fix is actually really good to turn fat into lean muscle. It actually helps increase your metabolism and helps turn fat into muscle. So it is a really, really good component of the program. And, it's just one of those things that's very low caloric intake. You can have that as it's intended as a meal replacement. It will keep you in ketosis. It's got pure organic New Zealand whey, as I've spoken about before, 30 organic fruits and vegetables. It's got prebiotics in it, probiotics. It's a really great food. And, you can have it, as I said, you can put it in a smoothie, and I have it with avocado, celery, and some almonds, or you can actually just mix it with water. Often I mix it with water, and I put a tablespoon of coconut oil in it, tablespoon of coconut oil, or a tablespoon of full cream, and I just shake up the bottle. If I don't have my bar mix or NutriBullet handy, I just throw in some coconut oil or some cream with some water. I know some people have coconut milk. You just have to be careful with the almond milks and that they don't contain sugar. And if you're in doubt, just have it with a tiny bit of cream with water. And I find that that's very, very satisfying. Often I have it as a food. I've mixed it before in a bowl. So I put coconut flakes on it. I'll put nuts. I make it thicker, so I put less water, a little bit of cream. I mix it up almost like a chocolate mousse. It's delicious. And I put some nuts and seeds and coconut flakes on it, and it's really delicious. A lot of people ask about fruit after the program, because during the Ketopia program we don't have fruit because it's high in sugar. So when you're off Ketopia, it is good to have a little bit of fruit, and we want fruits that, if you want to keep sort of keto friendly, and you won't be quite, it may take you out of ketosis, and that's okay, because you don't want to deprive yourself of fruit. The best fruits to have, in my experience, are blueberries, all the low glycemic index fruits, blueberries, strawberries, and what was the third one? Blueberries, strawberries, I've got a blank, apples. So bananas are very high in sugar. We try and avoid, bananas are no good for my body. I've tried to wear keto colors today. I don't know if you've noticed, I've tried to match our Ketopia theme, the orange, and I'm wearing my keto friendly outfit. I've got the orange shake happening here today. So what I try and do is eat fruit that's very high in antioxidants, and I eat the fruit in the morning. So when I'm not on Ketopia and I want to have some blueberries, I will put a small handful of blueberries in with the fix. And this is when I'm not on the 10-day reset, when I'm going back to a little bit of fruit. And I'll have all my fruit in the morning. If I'm going to have some, and I just have a handful, maybe a bit of strawberries, a bit of blueberries, and I just really stick to apples. Maybe I might have an apple. and I keep it really simple. The worst thing you can do, we've been inundated with desserts and going to restaurants and then, you know, having a fruit platter late at night after you've had your meal. That is the worst time to have fruit. Fruit is the best in the morning. It's when you're going through that whole cleansing elimination process. Fruit before 12 o'clock. If you're having melon or, you know, watermelon or cantaloupe, best to have that on its own, so not to mix that with other fruits. And this is when, again, I'm reiterating, if any of you have hopped on late, that this is what you would do in between the 10-day reset. If you want to go back and introduce a little bit of fruit, sugars in between, you're going to go for fruits that are low in glycemic index and high in antioxidants, and you're going to have it in the morning. If you're going to indulge, in something that's carb, you know, so you just want to have a one-off, you know, pasta, or you're going to have wontons or something that's, you know, one-off and it's the exception to the rule, and you're following the 80-20 rule, eating keto, and, you know, there happens to be some occasion, a birthday, where there's a little bit of carb and you want to indulge. You're not going to spend the rest of your life necessarily deprived of that. Some people may choose never to touch that, but what I found is useful, and I did have in between my reset, I did have some really beautiful dumplings some weeks ago. I only had a small amount, I had 2, and what you can do is make sure you have it at lunchtime. So you're not going to have these sorts of foods after 4 o'clock, because remember, after 4 o'clock your metabolism drops, your metabolism is not working at the fast rate that it does in the morning, and, you know, you really don't want to have carbs up, and it's as simple as that. Another rule, really, if you can eat everything and finish all your evening meal by 7:30, all the models, I actually had a friend who was a model many years ago, and they were taught not to eat anything after 6 o'clock. So they were naturally fasting from 6 at night. And I know not everyone can do that, so my rule is to try and finish everything by 7:30, and then just to have water, you know, just have water or herbal tea, and you're basically fasting. Breakfast means break fast, so you're breaking your fast in the morning when you're having your breakfast. Another little tip that I can give you is when you've had your ketonic drink, for those times that you are having, you know, your ketonic drink, so you might find that when you're not on the reset, some days you may do 2 days of ketonic drink, and other days you're just going to have keto-friendly meals. If you go to exercise, and we do recommend half an hour of exercise, you know, at least 4 times a week. I try and walk for about 45 minutes. I will walk 45 minutes at least 4 to 5 times a week. I now do 1 personal training session. I might do a bit of stretching. You know, I like to incorporate exercise. You know, the principles are the same: good, clean diet, water, fresh air, sunlight, exercise. Very, very simple. Going back to basics, what the cavemen, they used to run around, they used to catch food, they used to breathe good air, be in the sun. You know, they had no brains at that time, so they had access to all the vegetables that they were growing. They ate things off the trees, and occasionally they would do a hunt. You know, they would have ghee, and they would keep the lard and the fats, and they would have, you know, occasionally catch some fish and have a hunt and have their protein. So we're really going back to, you know, it is called the bridge back. So it's back to how we were intended before foods got too processed. So how are we going for time? How are we going for time, Nada? Good, another few minutes. I'm wondering whether anyone has any questions that they may want to ask. You may want to have a look there. I don't know if you've seen, there is a frequently asked question sheet regarding Ketopia and regarding the time in between Ketopia. It's a fact sheet, and try getting it up to get it on the screen, and just go and have a look at that. I have worked out that to buy, I always like to have product at home, so I will have a box of dough bites and 28 ketonic drinks and a box of Fix Shake, so that I can vary and use aspects of the program, and just, I get very creative and very flexible with it. There's no point being anal over it in between. it's just using your intuition, just feeling into what your body feels like. And I know that if I've sort of slackened a little bit, if I'm post 10-day reset and I've had, you know, maybe some veggies that are too high in carb, or I've, you know, just had that one piece of chocolate, which occasionally I have done. I'm just only human. You know, a bit of red wine, which I do in between my reset. Then often I want to clean up my day. So I will go back and have 2 days just on the ketonics drink and just eat really keto friendly. So I might have 2 days on, 2 days off. So these are all the different ways that you can use the products to incorporate the program. Oh yes, yes. If you want any of these fact sheets, you go into your back office. You click Ketopia, you click resources, and all these fact sheets will actually come up in your back office if you're a member. So, do we know when the enzymes, the digestive enzymes are available now in your back office, Rachel? Great question. So you can order them. They're $33 US, and I have been taking them. It's recommended. You'll get enough for a month's. You get, I think, 30 capsules. Okay. So it's recommended on the bottle that you take one just before your evening meal. But Michelle Lesueur, who's the nutritionist in the company, she actually takes 2 3 times a day. So she'll take 2 before breakfast, 2 before lunch, and 2 in the evening. So she says the more enzymes you take, the better, because they do help break down the food, and they are available in the back office. And there is a great pack that you can get at the moment, which includes the digestive enzymes. I will go through for Australia some of the packs. There's a fantastic pack where you just get the ketonics drink. You get a box of 28 ketonics, 14 raspberry cream and 14 orange, and a packet of power strips for $189 US. So that's you have to work, that's about $9 with shipping. That's about $9.50 a day to wear one patch every 2 days and to have a ketonics drink for 28 days. So you can have one every single day. So that's a month's worth for just over 200 and something Australian dollars. And you might just want to divide that into 3 lots of, 10, 10 and 8, and you'll have enough for 3 months. If you want to do 10 days, once a month for 3 months, just the ketonics drink, 2 keto-friendly meals, you can do that. There's another pack that gives you 2 digestive enzymes. Nadav, do you remember what that pack is? It's $149 US. You'll get 7 raspberry cream ketonics, 7 orange ketonics, and 2 digestive enzymes. I've gone ahead and ordered I think 4 enzymes. I'm listening to Michelle, and I'm taking 2, 3 times a day. So I'm having 6 enzymes, and it will make everything work more efficiently. It will clean out the toxins. We call them cleanzymes. It does, when you're losing weight and you're breaking down fat, and there is, for those of you that are not that mineralized and have toxins still breaking down, it really helps to clean all of that out of the body. And for every enzyme action to happen in the body, you need solar strips, minerals. The enzymes won't work if you don't have minerals in the body. So we do recommend solar strips. I take 2 in the morning. First thing when I get up, I just pop 2 in my mouth, and I know that I've got that in my system, and that's going to then, that's the first part of the food chain, and that's going to help this, which then will help me on, with my ketogenic diet, or with the whole program when I'm on Ketopia. On auto ship, yes. Actually, I don't know if it's on auto ship. You have to check the back office. Nadav will go check for me if you can get it on auto ship. Resources.
The information in their website.
I know you can get it in orders. I know you can go into orders. While I'm talking to you now, Nadav, could you check for me if you're a new person and you want to order as a new person? Can you become a member and get the digestive enzymes as a new enrollee? We're just checking that now. The other very exciting thing, okay, in America, in the US now, available for anyone that have people in the United States and Canada, you can get the 7-day reset. And what that involves, what that includes, that pack is ketonics drink for 7 days, keto cream shake. The keto cream shake in America on the 7-day reset is they're replacing the fix. So the fixed drink is keto friendly, but the keto cream shake is keto therapeutic, so it takes you deeper into ketosis. That pack comes with also two packets of digestive enzymes, could be one or two, don't. So ketonics drink, keto cream shake, and digestive enzymes. What that means is that people, if they want an extra snack in between, if that's not going to be enough for a lot of people, so they'll have their ketonics drink in the morning, they'll have their keto cream shake for lunch, enzymes every time, healthy keto meal at night. If they want the dough bites, they will have to purchase that, and that's 90 something US dollars. And I always, as I said, I always have a packet of dough bites. You know, I give them to my daughter. I have always a few in my bag. If you're a bloke, you know, they can have more calories. So often they have 2 a day. There've been days that I've had 2 a day. It's very, very low in calorie, 19 gram of fiber, and prebiotics, probiotics, just really amazing. And it's very filling. And as you can see, when I've baked them, they become this large. So they go from this little tiny thing here to a massive cookie. And I have them raw. Sometimes I've prepared a couple now for the next couple of days, and I just put them in Snaplock bags. And we find a lot of people find that for post-menopausal women, it's just more fibrous when it's baked. And we do recommend having lots and lots of water when you're just in general, because water just helps break everything down. So just to keep you hydrated, and because you're having so much salts and there's so many MCT oils anyway in the drink, you know, water is really, really important to help flush everything, flush the toxins through as you're breaking, as the body's using fat for energy. So that's about all.
I don't see any enzyme on
Nadav can't see any enzymes at the moment on AutoShip, but you can order the digestive enzymes. Once you're a member, you can go to orders, and at member pricing, you can order the enzymes, or you can order that $149 pack US, where you get 2 enzymes and 14 ketonics drinks, which is, you know, great. So you can go on 2 7-day resets, take the enzymes, and have 2 keto-friendly meals during the day. So that's about it. I'm going to wrap up. There are some great, if you want the 7-day reset, I mean, I've got some amazing business partners in America, and one of them is I have ordered through his back office, and he's going to ship the keto cream shake to me. So I should get that in about a week, and I'll tell you, it's meant to be amazing and delicious and very filling. And a lot of people actually use that in their coffee, or they just have it as a shake, and it's, I think, white chocolate flavor. So I know it's coming, but if you want to order it, it just makes sense to have people in America and recommend the 7-day reset to them, and, you know, get some product shipped to them, and they can then ship it here to Australia. So that way we can try it, and it will be here hopefully within the next 2 months. So that's about all. Nadav, do you have anything you want to add before we go?
Just everybody would know that in the websites.
Nadav, come and share. So Nadav Feller is my technical assistant member.
Hi everybody.
So come and share what you have to share.
Just websites under Ketopia, then go into the resources and scroll down there, and you have lots of documents and audios and videos. But also when you go into your Ketopia website, you have under before and after, you've got hundreds of images. But also if you scroll all the way down, you're going to see more resources, documents and information. That's where the Ketopia facts are coming from, and there's stuff like that. So yeah, lots of information.
Fantastic. Thank you. And just remember, just reiterating again, when you break everything down, 65% of what you're eating should come from fats, 25% from protein, and 10% from carbohydrates if you're eating keto friendly. And if you're in that range, that's really the range that you have to keep in mind. So I'm just reiterating that for those of you that weren't aware of that. So that's it. So thank you for joining us. Next week, we're going to be on at the same time. We may have a new interview, so another testimonial. We like to vary it. And over the next few weeks, we'll be talking about the athletic protocols. So if you do a lot of gym workout, how you may do this program differently. But please have a look at the fact sheet, the commonly asked questions. You can send that to anybody that's starting. Just send that through to them. And just pass on these webinars. Anyone that doesn't know what to do after their research, just send this through to them, give them the handouts, and yeah, just empower them. There's plenty online. Yeah, so this is my day 2. I will next week when I speak to you, I'll be on day 8 or 9, and I'll just let you know. I'll keep you posted. Good night, everyone, and thank you. Really appreciate your commitment and just the fact that you've taken out time to support us. And yeah, let's just get this out there because we've got an amazing product, amazing company, amazing opportunity to help lots and lots of people all over the world. Well, 4 countries at the moment in any way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good night.
everyone. Good night.